Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Mike and I have another one to share with you today. This would be the sharing of my MTG B1000TF, the 35th anniversary model. But before we get into that, let's do a quick wrist check. Today I am wearing my GWF 1035F Magma Edition Frogman. And the reason I'm wearing this one is because it's part of a three-part collection: the Frogman, the MTG, and arrangement, which I don't have. So I have two parts of the three. So more on this beautiful Frogman later. As you can see by the dot here, it did not receive its signal last night. It's hit and miss with me and the signal, the multiband 6 signal where I am. I think I get it around about maybe 60-70% of the time. Last night was one of those times I did not receive it. But more on this beautiful Frogman, 1000 series Frogman, 35th anniversary later. Onwards with the MTG. So you'll hear me say this a lot, guys. I wanted this piece for a while. When I first saw it, the colors spoke to me, the tech spoke to me, just what it stood for, being Magma, Ocean Edition, and just the aesthetics, guys, from the rose gold standoffs at the front compared to the black standoffs at the back, to the polished and brushed metal parts of the band, of the bracelet, and red resin. Let's get rid of this stand here so we can see the watch a bit better. My MTG stand there, put that in the background. This is the box it comes in, guys, 35th anniversary box. Just a gorgeous watch, guys. I wanted it for a while. When it first came out, release date of these guys was late 2018, around about November time, October, November 2018. I really did want one of these. Couldn't reach to it. Normal story, couldn't reach to it. Had my funds tied up in too many other things and not enough funds for the things I really love. But was able to get one, and what happened was the prices started to rise on these guys. When they first came out, these were around about the late 700s. You could get them under $1,000. I actually got this for just around about 1,000 mark as well. They rose considerably. If you go on shopping in Japan today, you will see this at 1,500 US. That's too much, guys. This is a beautiful watch. It's lovely, it's full of tech, well functional, but I wouldn't pay that for it. That's too much. And on the secondhand market, they don't go for much less, but I use my Japanese proxy. And you can get, if you use a proxy service, you can get them direct from Japan a lot cheaper. So I use from Japan, the Japanese proxy, and I got this for a good price, a fair price, a price that I didn't mind paying for a brand new piece. And it is brand new, guys. But let's get into the specs first before we talk about anything else with this piece. So it is a 45mm case size, not including the crown. Including the crown, you're gonna add another 4.5mm, so 49.5mm including the crown. So it's not a bad size. It's smaller than its predecessor, MTG, of which I have, and I will share that with you another time. But it's a decent size watch. It's a decent size watch. It feels good on the wrist. And the reason it feels good on the wrist, because you'll see, lug to lug, 55mm, but look at the lugs, guys. It drops really nicely. So that's gonna feel comfortable on most wrists, right? The height, 14.5mm. Around just under 14.5mm. So it will go under a shirt cuff. Just. I've worn this to the office before. It's a very blingy piece for the office, but you know, it's not as chunky as the Frogman. Even though I've worn that to the office, it's been on a day where I'm not wearing a cuffed sleeve. This, you can get away with it. So the colors on this, guys, the black with the gold, the rose gold tones, make this an absolute beautiful watch to admire and be admired. 35th anniversary just there on the bracelet. And while we're talking about the bracelet, this is a metal bracelet, H-link bracelet. Milled out clasp, as you can see, 4 micro adjust, and it has this red resin insert on each link. Now that makes this bracelet super comfortable, guys. If you haven't tried a G-Shock with this two-tone metal and resin bracelet, definitely try one on if you can get into a boutique somewhere and get one to try on. They are so comfortable, guys, and they make wearing a metal bracelet really, really nice and easy to do. So I had given up with this watch, guys. It was getting expensive, and I really wanted it, and I wasn't prepared to pay the money that it was going up to. And I've seen these on eBay for up and over $2,000 US, so that's ridiculous. I'm not paying that for an MTG. May as well add, you know, not a little bit more, but wait, add some more and get the MRG, of which I have one, and I will review that one another day. More to come, more to come. But yes, I wanted it, and the price went up, and I decided, yeah, I'm gonna leave it. You can't get them all, right? There'll be other watches. There'll always be another watch, guys. If you miss out, don't suffer from fear of missing out. There'll always be another watch, and you never know, the one that you're really looking at and loving may come around, as did this. So back last summer 2019, Rob, good friend of mine on YouTube, Random Rob, did a review, and all I can say, guys, is it rekindled the flames for me, reignited the fire for me for this piece. I realized I had put it out of my thoughts incorrectly, and I needed to pursue it again. So dialed in the From Japan proxy site and watched a couple, sold a couple of pieces. I sold a couple of Seiko pieces, a couple of my Seiko divers, and I was able to secure this. Now, the reason I didn't pay over and above for this, guys, is because it wasn't a class S or a class A condition. Now, you look at this, guys, and tell me if you can see a single speck of anything, scratch, mark, anything, anywhere on this. A place where you'd always see marks on secondhand MTGs, especially with this IP coated bracelet, is on the back side of the bracelet. So the part of the bracelet where this side of your wrist is going to be. And here's why, guys, because when you're wearing a watch like this and you put your hand down like that on the table a lot, what's going to happen is it's going to scuff, and over time it's going to show on this bracelet. So I've just got in my mind to be very mindful of when I'm wearing this, and not to rest my hand down on tables and desks and anywhere it's going to scuff this. And as you can see, perfect. I've had it since late last year. Actually got this one for my birthday in December, and it's perfect. And I do use it. I do wear it, guys. I do wear my watches, and it's perfect. So Rob showcased it and rekindled the fire for me again, and I went through to my proxy site From Japan and secured one. Now, this particular piece, guys, because it wasn't brand new in the box, which it is brand new in the box, but it was on display in a boutique in Japan, they class this as anything but brand new. So it would be a good used, even though it has never been sold, never been worn. It's been tried on maybe a couple of times by prospective buyers, but because it's on display in a boutique, they class that as used. Good for me, because it means I get a brand new watch in brand new condition in a used classification for used money. So still not cheap. I mean, you know, $1,000 for a piece is not cheap, but for what these cost now and what you can get them for, especially in this condition, guys, I definitely use my proxy service for that. So that's how I got this piece into my collection, and it is an absolute keeper. I would sell other watches over this easily because of just the aesthetics and how I feel about this and the hunt, right guys? You know, when you get that prize at the end of the hunt, you don't give it away, you keep it. So IP coated bezel, IP coated case, the top of the case anyway, the middle section is resin, IP coated bracelet, polished and brushed. You see the ends there are polished. The aesthetics are just so beautiful on this piece, guys, so beautiful. So another thing about this MTG is that it has sapphire crystal with AR coating. You know, when they start to put sapphire crystal in G-Shocks, you're getting a high class G-Shock, guys. It's a really nice addition to have in any watch, and to have it in a G-Shock, that's a high class G-Shock. It has the new screw lock crown. So this is where you would unscrew and set your country code settings. Mine set to Vancouver. And that's how you auto time set or manual time set. It's also GPS as well, guys, which is another perfect feature of this watch. So you can connect it to your phone and set all of the settings via your phone, via the phone app. And it really works well, guys. I use it, and you can do things from setting the time to even setting the amount of time the light stays on for. So 1 to 3 seconds on that. You know, really cool app to use. It also is solar powered. It's got the triple resist in this, so you get the shock resistant, you get it's shock resistant, obviously, you get the centrifugal force resistance, and it's also vibration resistant because of the alpha gel that they use inside, the construction they use inside, which helps with the vibration resistance. So jam-packed with features, guys. Just go through the modes real quick. So it's in normal operating mode now. That's your stopwatch mode. Timer. There's the alarm mode. Mine's off. And that's the battery level. As you can see, mine is high, indicator right there. And then back to the day. You can see it signifies what day we're on. And we're on Friday right now. Yep, 24-hour sub-dial there. The world time sub-dial there. I think mine's set on London time for obvious reasons again. Three bigger stars, 5 smaller stars to signify 35th anniversary. And as I pointed out before, 35th anniversary in a muted grey tone right there with the red just coming through. This watch, guys, it has, when you look at it, you think black, gold and red, but the minimum amount of red is used and it's just right. I mean, it looks like you'd still call this a red, gold and black watch, but look at the small, tiny amounts of red used, other than underneath, obviously, with the bracelet, the resin parts of the bracelet. You know, the minimum amount you see is like I've said it before, it's like the seasoning in food. You know, you only need a little bit and it goes a long way. And you can see they've just used a nice little splash of red here on this watch, and it has really highlighted the watch. The gold tones, the gold MTG lettering there, the lume on the hands, and actually, talking of lume, this does have pretty good lume. So let's just do a lume shot for you guys. as you can see, not bad loom at all. Not bad loom at all. And it does also have a light, which is quite good. And as you can see, that stayed on for around about the 3-second mark. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Yeah, because I've set it that way. So, you know, it's not Seiko loom, but it's definitely loom that works. And with that light, I think it's just beautiful the way it illuminates. In fact, guys, I'll tell you what, let's give you a wrist shot as well on my 7 3/4 wrist. Super comfortable, guys. Seriously, try that resin and metal bracelet if you haven't tried one before. Definitely something that could be worn all day. And again, these watches are fingerprint and dust magnets. You know, if you're anyone like me, if you're someone like me, you don't use your G-Shocks the way they should be, which is all rough and rugged. You use them, baby them, pamper them. Yeah, it shouldn't be used like that, but you know, it is what it is, guys. I mean, I really want to have this piece for as long as possible, in as best a condition as possible. And I think cleaning it, wearing it on, you know, occasions where I'm not going to be doing anything rough, I have other watches for that. So why not save this for that, right? Why not save this for those special times? So what else can I tell you about this watch? I'm not sure of the weight, actually. I didn't check the weight of it, but it does feel quite weighty for a G-Shock. You know, you've definitely got a good heft on the wrist. It's not super heavy, but it's heavy enough to, you know, let you know you are wearing a serious piece. Beautiful, just absolutely beautiful, guys. I think this will be in my collection for a very, very long time, and I won't go for the Rangeman because I'm not really a Rangeman kind of person, but to have 2 out of 3 of the Magma Ocean set, I think is good enough. So guys, a little sharing there. It went on a little bit longer, sorry about that, but I think this piece is worth it. And I hope you enjoyed it. So wear all of your timepieces in the best of health. And until next time, take care.